Those are big, tall ones. Those go with that big thing. You know what I'm talking about? They go to a big banner, a big, tall banner. Preparation. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about most people. Most people are very reactive in their nature. They don't think 2 and 3 steps ahead. They're always thinking, like, what do I need to do, like, right now? What do I need to do today? What do I, or they're like, oh, shit, now I got to do all this stuff. They ought to be thinking, how do I get 2 and 3 steps ahead? That's one thing that's missing in our country, man. People don't prepare. They don't sit down at night and map out their days. They don't think about the next day. They don't think about the next month. They don't think about the next 3 months. And because of that, everybody's playing defense. Everybody's playing defense. A good coach, man, should keep you in an offensive posture. Right? Tell them, boys, let's go. All right, boys, let's go. Let's pack it up. All right, today we got a good day. Got a big day. Every day's a big day, though. We got Churchill Mortgage, which is one of my top clients, a mortgage company. What I'm doing is coming in, working with their leadership team on how to take extreme ownership of their division. And then I move to the operations unit, and then I'm going to work with their new loan originators on the selling system. Now, here's the deal. Most people operating at a low frequency, barely getting through the day, trying to make a sale here or there. I got to get their thinking operating at a higher level. Got to get the leaders thinking at a higher level. Then we're going to do a small, intimate group in Nashville at Maggiano's. And then we're coming back to do some filming this afternoon. Super coach, monster producer, and who knows what else. There's a couple big things I got up my sleeve for today, too. I'm going to be calling on some big prospects. Not little prospects, blue marlins, not blue gills. There's areas of our business that are undercapitalized on. For example, I built out a beautiful building called the Greatness Factory. Okay, Jack, get a picture of this right here. It's a 25,000 square foot house over there. I ride by that house. Makes me dream bigger. Makes me think bigger. I was having lunch one day with Andy Adams, who owns that house, talking to him about life and business. He took me a tour of the house, and then I asked him, just 2 people live there. I asked him why he built a 25,000 square foot house, and I loved his answer. You know what he said? Because he could. Because he can. Woo. I see that house as a great, drug rehab place, retreat center, retreat site. At one time, I was trying to put the Greatness Factory there. I was trying to make that house into the Greatness Factory. Wouldn't it be cool? Stay there, live there, indoor pool, indoor basketball facility. Man, it's just a cool place. Every time I rode by there on my bike when I was biking, because I leave my house and I bike down this road, and I go all the way up to Veterans Parkway, over to the school, and then I go back. And every time I ride by there, I'm like, man, I'm supposed to be doing something in that house. I don't know what it is, but I'm supposed to be doing something big. Just walking in that house makes you think bigger. I need to do a monster producer over there at some point. Just make people dream bigger, make people dream bigger, think bigger. Now, that thought right there, Dre, you should have caught that thought. Catch thoughts, write them down. Okay? Because thoughts that people don't take action on never materialize. See what I'm saying? That's a thought. Boom. Hey, how do we make it happen? So what you need to do is everywhere you go, carry a notepad with you. Everywhere. And when you hear things like that, write it down. Because notepads are just dreams, ideas, thought patterns, concepts are in your phone. Then you come back to me later and say, hey, coach, you mentioned you wanted to use that house. Right? Everybody needs to know Andy Adams, man. The monster producers need to get in that house and see what it's like to have a 25,000 square foot house. Somebody been sleeping in my chair over here. All right, are you there? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of sales training with you since we're over on our way to Churchill. We need a feedback mechanism to when you turn a sale in to when a person is actually committed. We need to know that information. Like John Garland, when you're turning these sales in, they're not, I don't know what other word we can use besides consummated. I mean, that's what it is. So what I'm saying is when you turn that sale in, until they've clicked that form, it ain't a sale. So it's not going to the sales sheet. We're counting it in our head, but it ain't done. So how can you tag a person until right up until the point that they do it? Boom! There we go, Jack. Finally come alive. What's up? What's up, Monster Producers? This is Coach Michael Burt. Headed over to Brentwood, Tennessee today to work with Churchill Mortgage. And this month in Monster Producer, what we've been covering is the Monster Growth System. Okay, when you came into Monster Producer, there are 7 demonstrated capacities that we want you to have when you leave us or you renew your deal. We want to get you to a much better place. What are those? We want you to have a great explanation of service. We want you to have a selling system. We want you to have a $1 million follow-up. We want you to extract referrals. We want you to become a person of interest. And ultimately, we want you to become a person of power and influence. So, whatever action you're doing, it ain't enough. That's my message to you today, Monster Producers. Have a great day. That's the truth. Listen, it's the truth, man. Whatever activity we're doing today, it ain't enough. I don't care what kind of business you're running. It's not enough activity. We need to figure out some way to put some blue lights on this thing. What I'm saying is when you get up in the morning, we're going somewhere, you should look on there and adjust whether we leave early or don't based on what you see on that thing, where we're going. Because if not, you get into this, then you're like, man, how can we get there? We have to be there and start at 9 a.m. What's up, guys? Good morning, Coach Burt, 8:17. I'm like, man, I want to do a Facebook Live this morning. What am I going to do it on? Just, hey, look out the bus. And we stuck, man. Stuck in traffic. Stuck. But you know what? A lot of people are stuck. Stuck in their lives, stuck in their whole deal, man. They're just stuck. See Jason Connor on there? They're just stuck. So I want you to remember this. There's only 3 states of energy a person is in. You're in a dynamic state, you're in a static state, or you're in an entropic state. Stuck is that middle state. Complacency. That's all I got for you. Have a great day. Churchill, we'll be seeing you. We're trying to get over there. We're trying, but we're what? We're stuck, man. We just stuck on the interstate. See you soon. Sometimes what people need is they just need a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? It's like they just need somebody to walk along in their life. I think it's so easy for people to just wind up in a complacent state. Like I've seen whole towns and whole cities do it. I've seen whole companies do it. It's like everybody's just, pissed off, frustrated, and they're not going anywhere. Listen, it's because they don't have goals that are big. You need something that wakes you up in the morning and gets you excited, gets you going, gets your mojo going. And sometimes you just get going down a path and you wake up and you're very frustrated with where you are. And you need another person to walk into your deal and say, come on, man, let's go do this. Let's do something bigger, okay? That's why you get stuck. It can create some significant value for you and what you're doing. So have a great day. Call me back at this number. Thank you. Just making sales calls, right? Just making sales calls. What's going on with Brian Smith? Come on, Brian Smith. Get off the fence, man. Can't help you till you commit. But once you commit, I'm not going to let you fail. Okay? So here's what I do. I go to my planner. And my planner tells me what I need to be doing today. See my activity level? This gives me direction on what I should be doing. So I'm calling on a real estate transaction right now. See if we can put a real estate deal together. It's not random or sporadic. I'm trying to put a land deal together to purchase the lot beside the Greatness Factory so we can have a Greatness Factory for kids.
Great.
Good morning, sir. It's a real good morning. That's right. Man can't drive his own Sprinter, Mr. Swanson. Hey, let me ask you a question. If we committed today to the lot beside the Greatness Factory, could we have 90 days to close? We are going to Maggiano's, so when I get finished, I should be here till 11:45. Okay. We've got to leave directly from here and get straight to Maggiano's because they're having a luncheon I have to speak at. Okay. So we need to have everything ready to go. Headed over to Churchill Mortgage to do a little coaching this morning. All we do every day is coach people. Today I'm coaching on extreme ownership, how to take control, how to quit blaming and making excuses and pointing fingers at other people. That is never a solution. What's up, Snapchatters? I'm back because Dre Curtis told me I should be on here for the young monster producers, the monster young professionals. I thought Snapchat was dead, but apparently it ain't. The monster youngs, the littles, the monster littles are on it. So we'll get on it too, man. If that's what we need to do. Drag left to hands free. I got some new technology on there, trying to make it relevant, Dre. See, things become irrelevant, and then you try to make them back relevant. You know what I'm saying? Here's the best point. Don't ever become irrelevant. If you don't become irrelevant, you're going to be in good shape. And I heard one of my buddies, Grant Cardone, said this, and I know we're talking about some personal things. I don't want you to be uncomfortable, but he said, if my wife cheated on me, I wouldn't leave her. He said, because she would only cheat on me if I wasn't giving her the attention that she needed. He said, that's extreme ownership. You see what I'm talking about here? That's extreme ownership. Now, I'm saying all of this, and I don't know how we got into the personal stuff, but it's okay because we're all friends here. And Jack's videoing it so we can pump it out to thousands of people. So basically, every month, I'm coaching the leadership team and the operations unit of Churchill Mortgage. It's a progressive mortgage company, about a $2 billion company. And every month we come in and we're basically coaching people in how to expand their life. So we've sat down and we design these habits of successful leaders, habits of effective operations units, and that's what I'm coaching them on. This month's habit was the habit of extreme ownership. We don't whine, we don't complain, we don't make excuses, right? I think more than anything, people are going to walk out of here with this this concept of never allow another person to stand between me and my future, and quit blaming and pointing fingers at other people. Just take ownership. Many times we haven't trained people, we haven't tested them. That's why they're not operating at the highest level. There's confusion about what people should be or should not be doing. Okay? That's what I would say. So what would it look like for an operations person to come with batteries included? Extreme ownership. Show up every day, I don't got everything mapped out, right? I got a good attitude, I'm smiling, I'm happy, I'm upbeat. Even my positive energy is going to be negative, and going to be greater than any negative energy I face in a day. How many of you have a person that you work around every day that just their very presence is like a Debbie Downer? You do, don't you? Everybody does. It's like an aura. When they walk into the room, their energy is just low. It's a low frequency. It's a low energy. It's not a high energy. It's a low energy. See these lights? Light's energy. Darkness is low negative energy, right? So some people, just by their very presence, they walk into the room, it's like, man, what is going on with that person? Probably personally unhappy. Listen, it's hard to be happy at work when you're personally unhappy, right? Probably not engaged with their work, okay? Probably just showing up, going through the motions. Listen, this brings up very low energy, low frequency. Now, what does that attract back into your life? Other low energy people. Fountains do not want to associate with drains. You understand what I'm saying here? Fountains do not want to associate with drains. Well, you just, in my opinion, you need to be layering strategies on top of each other.
Yeah.
That means I got Ramsey, I got a hit list every week. I'm calling current clients, asking for referrals. I'm calling past clients. I'm building new networks. I'm doing events. I'm doing anything I can do to generate business. Yeah, basically, we got new loan originators that are coming in. These are all sales professionals. I'm going to be breaking down the legacy selling system with them, helping them map out their days, helping them plan, making sure they're in a forward posture, because these are people within the first year of their business. I think a mortgage originator should be doing $100,000 to $150,000 easy in today's market. People are spending more money, people buy more houses. If you're not, there's no excuse. You're not getting out there and hustling, you're not building networks, you're not creating value. So that's the main thing I believe is happening out there in the market, is that people are just not working the system, and they're lazy. You can't be lazy. You can't hold greatness in one hand and laziness in the other. So I'm going to try to challenge them to make sure they're working the system I'm teaching them. Think of it this way. I go out into the marketplace and I create opportunity. These are leads. How do I create opportunity? The strategies I'm using. So I'm trying to get you to do a hit list, have a farm club, work a top 25, and if you don't understand these concepts, this is the time to ask, okay? I'm trying to get you to work a database where you're communicating. I'm trying to get you to do events. I'm trying to get you some form of social media. I'm trying to get you to pull past clients, What I'm trying to do is trying to get you to work multiple strategies. These are young mortgage originators. If we could start them early, correctly. First problem with most people, they're prospecting 2 hours a day. That's the number one problem. You can't generate new money when you won't commit to prospecting 2 hours a day. It's just that simple, okay? And this is the number one problem most people out in the world don't do. And there is no excuse for not prospecting 2 hours. So what you're noticing is I'm pushing people, and I'm pushing harder and harder, because these are things you got to do to be successful. No matter if you feel like doing them or not, okay? Amateurs listen to their feelings. Professionals don't. I got to prospect 2 hours a day. These people need to be prospecting 2 hours a day. So this is a good young group. They're hungry. They're coachable. And we're trying to just grow them up fast. Baby stars to big stars. Something I call advanced maturity. How do I get a freshman and sophomore to think like a junior and a senior? I got to speed up their maturation process. You know how I do that? Create adversity, create havoc, create struggle, create something that grows them up. That's what we're trying to do with these folks. We're trying to push some of your people there. And I don't know if you know the people in Murfreesboro, Tennessee or not, but love to connect you with those folks as well, man. Love everything you're doing, Marty. Appreciate you, big guy. Sometimes it's easier for me to shoot a video like that, send it to people versus call, text. Eric can handle his accountability session. That's part of what he's supposed to be doing anyway. With those people on Kanal's team, he's coaching them through this. If I was doing a job, here's what I'd say. If this goes well and we expect it to, when it's over, I'm going to want to work with your friends, because I believe like gravitates toward like. I start asking for referrals before I even get started. Okay, so we're calling on current clients asking for referrals. We're calling on past clients. We're calling on strategic partners, and we're calling on leads. That's all we call on from 9 to 11 every day. So this event I just finished was the Nashville Association of Flooring Professionals. So these are people that do different flooring services. This is what we call a showcase event, an event where I come in, speak for a short period of time, 30 or 40 minutes, overview my philosophy. The reason I do these is to expand my business, man. This is called a showcase. You need to be getting out there, sharing your message with people. So from this, we generate leads. Those leads will push them to Monster Producer. From Monster Producer, we'll try to enroll them in the program. So several people come up and say, we want you to coach. We think it's a good fit. We'll be there on Thursday. Push people to something and follow up, man. That's one of my biggest sales things. Have something in the future to push people to, push them to it, and then follow up with them like crazy. That's what we did today. Now I'm going to get me some grub. Y'all have deprived me of food for too long. Because you know, my granddad always taught me, eat banana pudding every day for 10 years, you eventually get tired of eating it. It's no different than an artist singing the same songs over and over and over and over and over. To them, it's the first time they've heard it. But so I'm constantly looking for something that'll get me excited. Something that's big, something that's like, okay, I'm ready to go do something big. That's why I'm constantly bringing new concepts to the table, constantly coming up with an app. You see what I'm saying? The Monster Store. I'm constantly trying to put something out in front of me that I'm reaching for. Right. Yeah. And that's what motivates me. I get bored when I get stagnant, when I'm doing the same thing every day. It's funny, and that's the last stop. That guy asked me what kind of drugs I was on. The good kind of drugs. I told him I went to Hotel Health and Wellness, man. Get you thyroids right, get your energy right, get your testosterone right, get it all right. Then what happens, you go out and produce at a high level. That's what kind of drugs we on. Yeah, if you don't mind, just let me review it. And I have no problem with adding my content to it. Take my content, and I've created an enormous amount of content in the Online Academy. We're talking 300 videos, 100 plus hours of content. And what he wants to do is put my content in his platform, which I'm certainly open to doing. I'm open to partner. I'm trying to do a deal right now with Kevin Elko, Tim Grover, where we combine platforms and put, you see what I'm saying? Put my platform in their stuff, vice versa. And it increases value. You got to make it so ridiculous people can't say no to it. Selling mortgages, selling real estate, selling books, it don't matter. Money follows a couple things. It follows energy. Some people say energy can't be created, it can only be transferred. If you're not making enough money, you're not transferring enough energy. You're not exchanging enough energy with the market. Now, if you come in and engage with the strategy and engage with the network, there's no way you can't make more money. If you don't engage with the strategy and you don't engage with the network, you're going to be broke, okay? Let's just call it what it is. You got to make a decision that you're not performing at the level you're capable of performing at. Okay? Potential is not something you need to tell your kids, it's something you need to tell yourself. Hey guys, Coach Burt, what a day, man. What a day, what a day, what a day. We've been busy all day long. We've been coaching people. We started with Churchill Mortgage, and I coached their leadership team. Then I moved to the operations team. Then I moved to the new salespeople. Then we went to the Flooring Association. Then I came back and did a webinar with Dr. Christy Morgan's team. And then we finished up with cutting some shows. It's very important as we pump out content to the market that we package and sell what makes us unique in the market. We're packaging and selling the intellectual property that will help you perform at a much higher level. So I thought today was a very successful day. We picked up some new prospects. We got requests for me to speak all the way in Africa. We got requests for me today to speak in Africa. So we're out there in the marketplace trying to do big things. Listen, money follows energy, it follows activity, it follows circulation. It never follows stagnation. It never follows complaining. It never follows whining. So if you're out there and you're looking for a good coach in your life, turn to me. I can get you to a much higher frequency when you're ready. I'm Coach Michael Burt. I believe everybody needs a good coach in life.